Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
That was Kasabian Stevie on XFM. This is the Josh Widdicombe Show, part 2 of our Christmas specials.
Boxing Day.
That is James Acaster as a Christmas treat from the start.
I've never seen this early before.
No. How are you?
Good. I'm enjoying being on the show this early, seeing it. It's like a little newborn baby.
Oh, yeah. We haven't got any jokes yet. We haven't got any running themes.
Blank canvas.
So, Christmas. I think we should just keep talking about Christmas today as much as we can.
Yeah.
And close our eyes and hope that it comes. Have you ever spent Christmas away from your family?
No.
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
On your own?
Yeah.
You spent Christmas alone?
I was with 18 Korean people in a house, and me and a guy called Steve.
What?
In Australia, in the outback.
Australian Big Brother. That's what you were on.
Yeah. They had a very strange choice of guests. By coincidence, they chose 18 Koreans.
A guy called Steve. And producer Neil. How you were known on the show. Yeah. Producer Neil is in the diary. Producer Neil is in the diary room.
Was that your Australian?
It's Australian. It's Australian Big Brother. G'day, Neil. How you feeling today?
I'm all right, thanks, big brother.
For 2 points, and then we'll go into a song. You can go up against each other. How many of the original cast of Big Brother can you name?
Okay. Who wants to go first?
No, you can do it in turn.
In turn, yeah.
Until someone gets one wrong.
Craig.
Nasty Nick.
Anna.
Darren?
Yes!
Oh, the one had a shaved head.
Yeah, that's the one. That's all I've got in my head.
Did a video. Yeah. I'm out.
Did a what?
Did a video.
What kind of video?
She did a pop video.
Yeah, it's only a game show. Because it was a song they all used to sing in there.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's only a game show to each other. Then she released that as a single.
Oh, yeah. The answer was Nicola.
First person to get voted
Sada.
Sada.
This is great radio. Shall we play a song?
Let's do
Should we
it.
put the people out of their misery? This is Ed Hardcourt. Harcourt. It's not a hardcore. I always thought it was Ed Hardcourt.
Did you?
Yeah, like the French Open. That's Clay.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
That was Ed Claycourt. With The Way I Live. This is Josh Widdicombe Show. Good morning, producer Neil.
Good morning, Josh.
James Acaster.
Good morning.
Now, normally at this point we do any other business, but
Right.
we're not doing it this week because Neil has got a present. I haven't got your present. I'll give you a present on the 4th of January episode.
That's quite all right. You don't give to receive.
Mature attitude.
All right. I've got one for you as well, James.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
I hope it's chocolate.
It's,
I was not expecting this.
You're always obviously getting into scrapes and stuff like that, and you're always on the road, so I thought you might need something handy with you. So here is a Wallet Ninja.
This is a Wallet Ninja flat multi-tool that fits in your wallet. It's got a screwdriver on it, a letter opener, an inch ruler, a bottle opener, another screwdriver, obviously for different, a can opener, another screwdriver, a peeler, a cell phone stand. I mean, this is amazing, and it's the size of a credit card.
Yeah.
Pass it over?
Let's put it. Oh, a box opener on that. Oh. Thank you, Neil.
Brilliant.
Pleasure. And Josh, I got you something, but I feel it might be a bit misjudged with how you are mentally at the moment. But
Oh, God, it's alcohol. Oh, this really is the last thing I need. Oh, God. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, my word. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon wine.
Do you need a bottle opener, mate?
Oh, thank you, Neil. That's very nice.
It's a
So
pleasure.
what's this got to do with Pink Floyd?
it's from their vineyard, I think. There's lots of rock bands and stuff
Now-
do wine.
Is it rosé?
Take interesting review on this.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd's epic masterpiece was the inspiration for this Cabernet Sauvignon.
If you start drinking that at the same time as watching The Wizard of Oz, you finish the bottle at the exact moment it ends.
They've got another one called Wish You a Beer.
Brilliant.
Yes?
Trying to think of more. See, as soon as you do two, start to try and think of loads more now.
Well, we've got sausages, the walls.
Ah,
Yeah, the walls.
very good.
What
Yeah.
other ones are?
And of course there's the, no, I haven't got any more.
Going to be feeling comfortably numb after drinking that wine.
Stone Roses Love Spreads on XFM. This is Josh Widdicombe, still with producer Neil.
Morning.
James Acaster.
Yeah.
Now, as a Christmas special, we were doing Strange Place You Spent Christmas Day, but you've catering every time.
Every time Kettering, every
Yeah.
time perfect.
Strange Place You Spent New Year.
I don't really do gigs on New Year. I did one once, and I accepted it. It was in Gloucester. which is a bit of a way away from Kettering. I was still living in Kettering at the time, and I was in Gloucester, and my friend Jake didn't want to drink on New Year's Eve, so he was like, "Can I come with you to your gig?" And then I won't. I'll just be hanging out with you. So yep, sure, we'll both go to Gloucester together. He hadn't really seen me do many gigs. And on the day, I realised I didn't even know where the venue was. So I emailed the promoter going, where exactly in Gloucester am I going to? And he went, St Margaret's Church. I was like, well, that sounds like a church. And he went, yeah, it's a church. You're just playing to the congregation. So you didn't tell me it was a gig.
Which is how a lot of your gigs are. Yeah.
Well, the congregation by the end, mate. But so I didn't know, and I turned up, and it wasn't just comedy. It was, I was the only comedian on. No, there was 2 comics on. One of which was the promoter himself, who went to the church and everyone knew him. I got there, and there was like basically, so there was like the stage, and there was like a whole dance floor empty, and then the audience. And I was like, why are the audience so far away from the stage? And they went, oh, because they want. Later on they'll be dancing, so we can't put chairs on the dance floor, so they're going to have to be over there. It's like, right, and they're like, you're on second, and we'd like you to do 45 minutes if you can. Like, right, okay, fine. And before me was a young teenager who went to the church, who had been having guitar lessons, and went on and played a completely unmiked version of Blackbird, but just in the church. It sounded beautiful, but so sad. So sad, and just played Blackbird with it. And then he came off, and the vicar went on, and again, unmiked again, just went, there's Matthew there. He's been practicing, hasn't he? It's very, very good, Matthew. Very good there. It's a good little round of applause for Matthew. Anyway, now we've got some comedy. This is James Acaster. And then he walked off, and then they didn't really hear him say, so I just walked on, so I made out my names, and they kind of clapped, not knowing.
So were you thinking this is bad?
I'm the only person there who didn't go to the church who was performing. Like everyone else, all the other performers went to the church.
Why have you
Been
been booked?
booked by the promoter, had seen me at a gig. He's just the normal circuit. He'd seen me at a gig. Just thought, James doesn't swear much. He'll go down well on New Year's Eve in front of the church. So, he got me on that.
You're getting paid?
I was getting paid, but not, I don't care if he hears this now. He'll admit, not enough. Not enough that most people get paid for New Year's Eve gigs. But anyway... So I went on, and there was a drum kit that was behind a lot of times in churches, to soundproof drum kits, they put like this, like it almost looks like bulletproof glass around the drums, really high. So I went on and I pointed at that and went, man, you guys really love Jesus, but you hate drummers. You're having to put him behind bulletproof glass. Just silence. Silence.
I mean, that's worth a laugh, isn't it?
It's worth a little bit. They really didn't like it. So then I started. I just played a silence for 40 minutes. Really bad.
Did you ever consider coming off stage?
No. At that time, I thought I better do my time. I thought I've got to be a professional. And there were little kids skidding on their knees on the dance floor.
During your set?
While I was on, just skidding like they're at a wedding. I came off, and my friend Jake was just shaking his head. He just went, "That was horrible." Oh yeah, I know. I said, "Let's just go." I went to get a train. And it's a long story, so should we pick it up? There's a part 2 to this.
Yeah,
that's part 1.
Let's pick it up after Smith and Burrows, When the Thames Froze. When the Thames Froze, Smith and Burrows on XFM. We were halfway through James Acaster's worst New Year of all time.
Yes. I'd done the awful gig. I died in front of the whole church. And me and my friend Jake going to get our train.
In many ways, for their sins.
Yeah, for their sins. They took it well. Went to the train station, missed our train. So we decided we were obviously going to stay. The worst nights can be stranded somewhere, because the pubs will be open all night. We can just, so we were like, let's go to a pub, celebrate New Year's in Gloucester, and we'll get the train home tomorrow. All the pubs were ticketed, couldn't get in any of the pubs. Went to a KFC, which is where we saw in the New Year. Sitting in KFC together, while a gang of teenagers threatened the staff, and that's when New Year rolled around.
Oh my word!
And then Jake said, "I've been thinking, and I think we're going to have to." I was like, "Oh no, I know what we've got to do. I know we've got to go back to the church, because that's our only option. We haven't got enough money for a hotel between us." So we went back to the church, and they were just like finishing up their gig and walking out. So me and Jake were kind of standing outside, and everyone was like looking at, oh no, it's that It's that guy again. I said to one of the leaders, can we stay anywhere? And this young lad who was doing the sound went, you can stay at mine. My parents, parents won't mind. So went to stay at this guy's house. I slept in the spare bedroom and Jake slept in the office. And we're trying to sneak out in the morning. And his mum popped her head out and went, oh, you off? You can have some breakfast if you like. I'll make us all breakfast. Jake just went, nah, I shouldn't have thought so. Which, he doesn't know. He's not a rude person.
Right.
He just doesn't know that sounds rude. So she looks she was like, oh, okay, well, where are you going? Like, we're going to Kettering. And she went, oh, I've got friends who live there. They had a really long chat about Kettering, and then she was halfway through a sentence going, and then I think me and Jean went to Wixty Pub, and then Jake just went, actually, we will have breakfast. Okay, so we all sat down with the family. She said, oh, we all saw you last night doing your comedy. It's very brave. But I said, well, what jobs do you do? What do you do for a living? And the guy went, the dad said, oh, I'm a doctor. And Jake went, I knew that already. I already knew you were a doctor. The guy went, how did you know? He went, because you put me up in the office last night, and I got bored. I started looking through the letter rack. And I found a picture of a breast. That was his detective work. Found a picture of a breast. So it was really awkward. And then on the way home, I said to Jake, I said to him, what was that? Why did you say that? Why did you say to the guy you found a picture of a breast in his letter rack? And Jake's defence, he said it could have been worse. I could have said tit. But that was, yeah, that was,
Oh, what I knew, yeah. In an hour, James Acaster's still struggling to get in his Christmas gift.
The irony is, I need a wallet ninja in order to open my wallet ninja. That's the worst.
James,
yeah.
Obviously these are Christmas specials. Shall I run you through a couple of weird places people have spent Christmas?
Yes.
Are you in?
I think I'm in. I think this is...
Are you going to use your wallet ninja?
Yeah, during the show if I can.
Susan from Rickmansworth.
It's made of metal.
James.
Yep.
Susan from Rickmansworth. Weird place on Christmas Day. Exchanging gifts in a country lane with my married lover.
Oh. I wouldn't say that's a strange place. I'd say it's strangely worded.
Yes.
I'd say it's more the choice of language she's used there is the weird.
Yeah, the country lane is the least.
Oh, married lover, as in she was having an affair?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is
I don't know what kind of response Susan from Rickmansworth.
I just thought that was how she was referring to her own husband. It's a very strange thing to call your own husband. My married lover.
This is my married lover.
This is my married lover. We've been married and lovers.
Is your mum her married lover's your dad? Is yeah?
Yep, they're still married lovers, and they won't shut up about it.
Oh God!
No, the marriage part. Married lover.
Should we have one more?
Go on then.
Once spent Christmas Day in Peru. Dinner was half a guinea pig with all the trimmings.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty acceptable, isn't it?
Half a guinea pig, though. What a waste. What's the other? What half was it? Just the back half or the half of the head?
I imagine it's down the middle like Damien Hirst's cow.
Yeah, it would have to be, wouldn't it? You couldn't do...
There's other ways you could do it. You could do it horizontally. So you have the four legs.
Just the jaw and the legs. Maybe the tail.
The end of the tail.
Yeah, the little end.
The troops below. Do you ever eat tail?
You got oxtail soup.
Is that actually made of...
Yeah.
Tails?
Made of oxtail.
Tail?
So is there tails in oxtail soup?
Yeah, so the tail is a bone, and it's chopped up and then made into soup.
You can't believe it. You could not believe it.
If you had to eat an animal's tail, which would you go for?
If you had to eat it with the hair on, as it is.
Would you go rat or horse?
Horse?
No.
Rat tails look disgusting, though.
Imagine how you eat a horse tail.
It'd be really hairy. It's really make you gags. An iguana tail or a lion's tail?
Lion?
Yeah. Why? By your logic?
Got a little bushy bit at the end.
So what? Iguana tail's more meaty and stuff. You can cook that. Whatever one you got, mate.
Well, we'll set one and then we'll play a song and then you can answer. Well, fish tail wouldn't be that bad, probably.
Yeah, people eat that anyway.
Yeah.
That is the only one. An ox tail.
Why did we get on to this?
Yeah, the guinea pig's tail.
I mean, we've got more out of that tweet than I thought we were going to. I'm not going to lie to you.
Some people...
Neil,
probably-
set one of them, we'll play a song.
What's the rhinoceros tail? Those little stumpy grey ones.
Or a hippo's tail.
This is the same, isn't it? A hippo's tail, bearing in mind, the main function of a hippo's tail is windscreen wipering its own feces away from its bum.
Is that true?
It's mainly what it does, the hippo's tail.
Yeah.
What?
So that is mainly what...
that?
Nature documentaries, mate.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast.
XFM.
Hosier, Take Me to the Church on XFM. Now on the Josh Widdicombe Show, James Acaster. He scored... did you do it last week?
Not last week.
No, you didn't, no.
I haven't done it since Save the Bell.
Yeah, when you got 5 out of 5
Thank you
on
very
Conway,
much.
Josh. Can you do it again? This time set by intern Charles, so a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Because you don't know Charles.
I don't know, I can't read him as well.
What subject have you chosen, Charles?
Christmas movies again, because it was easy to write for him.
We'll be the judge of that one.
See how easy it is.
Okay. Right, first one. North Pole and back again. Santa's reindeer get lost in a snow blizzard over the New York Zoo. Can they make it back in time before the evil zookeeper keeps them for himself?
That's a good one. Trying to think, get inside the mind of intern Charles.
Do you want me to give my viewpoint?
Yeah?
I don't think that's true.
Why not?
I just don't think there's enough in that plot.
But then it's a film we've never heard of.
Yeah.
So it might be because there isn't enough in this really bad film. I'm going to say that is not a real film.
Correct.
Oh!
Tinseltown.
What?
The world of Tinseltown is under threat when the evil elf king, John Goodman, tries to remove the sparkle from the town.
I think I would know if John Goodman had done a Christmas
See,
film.
my view was, I don't think that's true. I do think that's true, because I don't think that there's enough of a plot there for Charles to have... I think Charles would have been more specific about the plot.
He would have invented a lot more.
Yeah.
John Goodman, though. Okay, true.
False.
Oh!
Guys, you absolutely swayed me. I can't believe this.
Oh!
Let me trust my own instincts.
Oh! Well, if you get 3 out, if you get the next 3 without our help, then you...
I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm swayed.
Elfman. Wee Man from Jackass
It's
is an
all
abandoned
made up.
elf who finds out he is a superhero.
False.
True.
What? 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 I wanted the approach there, just go with your instinct immediately. Just go with your gut.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
Snowdrifters. The Drifters own a family-run business of snowplows. After the snow comes in and the roads are blocked, can the family overcome their differences and clear a path for Christmas joy?
False.
Yeah, it's false.
Yeah. Any puns are false.
Do you have one more?
Yep.
Okay.
To get 3 out of 5.
Christina Milian must visit her boyfriends of Christmas past, present and future to find true love.
Oh.
Soundtrack by Mariah Carey.
Oh!
Now,
If it doesn't exist, it should.
I like the sound of that.
Carey,
True.
Very festive.
It is true.
Oh, I might watch that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a bit, isn't she a singer as well? So that's a bit insulting that she wasn't on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Well, 3 out of 5, James.
3 out of 5.
I
gone with my gut.
don't think the Charles ones count. Thanks anyway, Charles. Who have we got next year?
On Sunday, the 4th of January, we have friend of the show, Nish Kumar, and one other slot, TBC. James, are you free?
I'll come back and defend it. I like how you nearly said Niff then, as well. Call my Niff.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast.
XFM.
This is Josh Widdicombe on XFM. One of the things we're talking to James Acaster about today is strange places you've spent Christmas. Alex Bailey. I spent Christmas in Port Stanley Hospital with my mate who had fallen out of a car the night before dressed as Jesus.
Brilliant. Was he baby Jesus or grown-up Jesus? Because it's Christmas, so just as adult Jesus.
I must have told you this before, that when I was in Los Angeles, I got in a cab and they had a Christian radio station on and they were having a serious debate over when Jesus comes back to Earth,
Yep.
will he be dressed in clothes of the current day? Or whether he'd be dressed old. And there was like people go, well, there's no mention in the Bible.
Yeah. That's probably why it's taken so long. deciding what to wear.
What do you think he'd wear?
Well, I think you'd have to dress how people expect, because you want them to recognise you straight away. They couldn't, like, you're dressed in like a poncho and a sombrero, and then be like, "It's me, it's Jesus." You'd have to have the white robe on.
The classic white robe.
You have to look. So you go, "There's Jesus," because also there's so many people that you just shout. Or I don't, but people just people just shout, "All right, Jesus," and stuff like that.
You shouted that at people?
I don't shout that. I don't shout at anyone in the street. But
if that happened to me, I think I'd call their bluff.
you would go,
I am Jesus.
"Yeah, this is the reckoning."
You've just made a really unlucky enemy. You misjudged that one, mate.
I didn't imagine going home, being one of those people who shout, and actually just like on the day that Jesus comes back, going, "Oi, Jesus, get your hair cut, mate." Actually, I'm Jesus, and then like ascended into heaven or something to prove it. And then, oh man, and then going home, going, I said, "Are you all right, Dave?" You went, "No, I don't want to talk about it."
I've had quite a day.
I shouted abuse at Jesus on the street. I got a bad feeling it's going to come back and bite me.
Would you, if you'd abused Jesus, would you then continue sinning?
Is a forgiving man.
I'd be coveting oxes all, particularly their tails. The Rolling Stones, Give Me Shelter on XFM. James Acaster's still here.
Yes.
Now joined by Ramesh Ranganathan.
Yeah, what? Ramesh up in the place?
Yep.
Yeah?
That's changed the dynamic, hasn't it?
What?
So, Christmas special, you're a fan of Christmas?
Massive fan, mate.
Are you?
Why you sound surprised about that?
Yeah, why do you
Because
sound...
you're negative about everything.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's nice.
Why do you think I sound...
Mates.
Well, obviously, what do you get... Do you mean, like, surely he'd be more excited about Diwali? Is that what you... Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I do like Christmas. It's just, like...
Well, that's why Josh would be surprised, not me. Not me personally.
Yeah, not you.
I was
You're
surprised.
just preempting Josh's racial
I wasn't
prejudice.
surprised, but I was thinking that's where he's probably...
You like Christmas?
Yeah, that's probably what he was...
I'm being accused.
blowing his little Devon mind.
How is this?
No, I'm all for welcoming them into our families.
We can call it Winter Festival, whatever you would prefer.
Well, it's like when you have kids, they get into it, so it makes
Yeah.
you like it again. Sort of
Yeah,
thing.
maybe that's what I should do. Stop drinking now.
I don't think you should have children just so that one day of the year becomes more enjoyable.
Does it make up for 364 that aren't as good?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just you got like that few days where you just think, oh, I do enjoy life. But then it's Boxing Day and you think, oh, they're still here. So I think you have to deal with that sort of stuff.
The other question, the big question is, what we were debating, if you had to eat the tail of an animal, which animal would it be?
If I had to eat the tail of any animal, anything, are we including insects in that?
No.
Wait, would you rather eat
Here's a fun way of eating a tail of an animal.
Would you rather eat a monkey tail?
Yeah. Bonobo.
No, not a bonobo, like a spider monkey.
Spider monkey, right?
Like the long black tails,
Yeah.
the little grippy tails,
Yeah.
wrap round stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Or a cat tail, but that cat that hasn't got any hair on it.
Oh wow, that's a good one. I'd go.
And you have to slurp it up like spaghetti.
Is that for both of them or just for the cat one?
Both of them.
I'd
Could you
go.
imagine if you went home to Lisa and said, yeah, I lapsed from being a vegan today.
You know what? I was talking to James and Josh, and it's really got me in the mood for some spider monkey tail. Bizarrely, I would go. Obviously go hairless cat because there's less prep time. Obviously, the owner would be distraught,
Yeah.
but they would create some sort of prosthetic. Whereas if you've got a spider monkey, he needs that.
It's another limb.
I don't know what's happened to my radio show.
It suddenly stepped up a hell of a lot in quality.
Yeah, that's what's happened.
Let me just clear that up for you right now, mate.
I don't think you've been listening.
Catfish and the Bottlemen, Pacifier. Now, Ramesh Ranganathan.
Yeah, thank you. Good pronunciation.
You're on the Christmas Josh Widdicombe show.
I am so excited.
Neil's got gifts. I've got my Pink Floyd wine.
Right.
James has got...
A wallet ninja. It's a card. It's got loads of it's a metal card. Got like a bottle opener on it, a letter opener, box opener.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Right.
It's got a ruler.
What's your favourite?
I don't like wallet ninjas. I love them.
What's your
Yeah.
favourite bit of the ninja?
My favourite bit of the whole thing.
Bottle opener would be really useful.
I think it's the peeler because it doesn't look like it would work, and I can't wait to see if it does.
What does it? What can you peel?
It just says peeler.
Right.
So
does it
potatoes,
specify
carrots,
spider monkey tail,
spider monkey tail, get a bit of the hair off so you can slurp it up and smooth.
spaghetti. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spaghetti. It's not a spaghetti,
Neil?
is it?
Slurp up
What
like
have you got
spaghetti.
for Ramesh?
What I got? Did you choose all of these now?
Yeah.
That's so nice of you.
I know it's a Christmas special.
Wow, that's really lovely.
So I tried to get James something practical because, you know, comedians are always on the road and stuff like that. He's a great master, so he needs practical things.
Yeah.
And comedians always kind of are travelling and stuff, so they need a glass or what have you. So I've got you that.
A collapsible pint glass.
The telescopic.
Well.
Have you been...
This is actually good. That's
good.
amazing. Great item for radio, by the way, might I just say.
If you get too drunk with this,
Yeah.
you're going to forget that you've got a collapsible glass, and at some point in the night, you're going to be holding it and sit down too fast, and it's all going to collapse in on itself, and the whole pint goes over your hand.
You make a very good point. but by then, it would just be a moment in a party. Like, oh no! Oh God, crazy Rom and his collapsible pint glass. It's gone everywhere. Oh my gosh! It's always fun times with Rom, spilling beer all over the place without realising it's collapsible. You wag!
Thank God you said whack. I thought you were really taking it up a notch. You massive wag.
You are such a wag, mate. You're such an incredible wag. You horrible wag.
Speaking of wags, what tail were you in?
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast XFM.
That was the Happy Mondays on XFM. Now, on the Josh Widdicombe Show, Ramesh and James Acaster have got a game for you. James often does a scrape, a story of a scrape he's got into. As a Christmas treat, we've got 3 extracts from scrapes that James has done.
Okay.
I'll read them out. James, you've got to work out what the scrape is.
Well, Ramesh, what's it?
I mean, let's stop pretending that I've got any involvement in this. Here's a little game for James and Ramesh. I mean,
Maybe if you'd been on time, it
Okay.
wouldn't be in the final
also,
hour.
Ramesh,
right.
I'm sure you can speculate what I might be talking about.
Okay.
Okay, number 1. This is from episode 42. The landlord phoned us up and said, just going to come around on Saturday, so if you need to sort anything out before you get round there. So we panicked. I worked at the school and knew there was a gardener. I asked if I could borrow some equipment and he gave me a strimmer. I walked across London with it wrapped in a bin bag and it looked like a body.
Is this the strimmer scrape?
That
Is
is
the one with the stripper where you asked for the...
that is the time.
It looked like a body.
That is the time when I had to strim my garden, and I cut through the own cord. 5 seconds in, I severed the cord of the strimmer with the strimmer, and didn't get anywhere with it, and then returned it to the school, thinking I was going to have to pay for a new strimmer, which I estimated would cost me £1,000.
£1,000?
That's what I thought. It wouldn't.
£1,000?
It wouldn't. It would have cost me about 30, 40 quid, but I didn't know that. And in my panic, I thought that's going to be £1,000. That's what I thought. What I thought at the
I
time.
am never taking you into a strimmer bargaining situation ever, mate.
That's the correct
The guest was
answer.
Stephen Merchant.
He knows the guest as well.
Wow. Next up. Do not lock the door because Nikita likes to come in and watch. Rob, would you like to hazard the first guess?
Has Nikita got something about poo?
That is, I would house sit for my singing teacher, and her cat was called Nikita. And Nikita
right,
liked
okay.
to watch you when you go for a wee and drink from the bidet at the same time
You
as
would
you
go for a wee and drink from the beer.
What are you gonna have
The
to ask
cat
you?
likes to
Oh, the
drink from
cat
the
likes to
bidet
drink from
while
the
you were
bidet.
weeing, but
What
I didn't.
what was the scrape, James?
The scrape, Ramesh, was the time I let myself. Well, when I wasn't house sitting for my singing teacher, but still had the keys to the house, I let myself into the house in order to have a poo.
You let yourself into a music teacher's house to have a poo?
I went to the downstairs toilet and realised there was no toilet paper.
Right.
But I knew there would be some in the upstairs toilet.
Yeah.
So I shed my trousers and pants and waddled up the stairs,
Yeah.
unclean,
Yeah.
to retrieve toilet paper there and finish the job.
Next.
Honestly, mate, you are proving to be such an awful human being.
The final one. So, he said, welcome, my name is Michelle. And one of the old guys started laughing.
That is when I went to a French porcelain exhibition when I was bored. and it was just a way of them pressure selling porcelain to old people. And I was the only person there who wasn't an old age pensioner, and the French guy who was selling it came out and went, "Hello, my name is Michel," and then one of the old men couldn't stop laughing at the fact his name was Michel.
Oh, the Porcelain Week, episode 7. Well, very good, James. You've redeemed yourself after a ropey Call My Josh.
Yes.
This is Josh Widdicombe on XFM. We've more or less come to the end of the show. As a thank you for coming in, people can plug what they want. James?
I'm doing the last 2 dates of my Soho Theatre run at 9:30 tomorrow and the day after that.
Well, Miss Ranganathan?
Tour, going on one tour with Susie Ruffle. RameshRanganathan.co.uk for details.
Oh, you managed to get that web name?
Yeah, well, it was hard.
You can get .com.
I did get .com as well. It works on both, actually.
Does it?
Yeah, so why don't you put that in your pipe and smoke it?
Oh, well, do you want me to read out the dates? Like Steve Wright would?
Have you got... Oh, yeah, go on. That'd be great.
Okay, Ramesh. Oh, my God, there's quite a lot. Oh,
Sold 8
done
tickets
that
across the whole tour.
There you go, that one's
good.
Here you go.
Oh, he's got a neat...
February 8th, Leicester. Then you will be calling at Barton-upon-Humber, Wolverhampton Sladerums, The Lowry in Salford, Swansea Grand, Bradford, Lincoln, Bristol, Portsmouth, Crawley, Walton-on-Thames. This is so boring.
There are 2 dates
Why are you
so
shaking your head?
Croydon.
Mate, they're the worst place. There are 2 places I'd want to go on that list.
You horrible man. You really are. Why don't you go put a music teacher's out?
I wish I could.
Chorley, Maidenhead, Birmingham.
By the way, Lowry, exciting news, got a matinee performance added.
Lovely.
Matinee.
Very good.
Wow.
Yeah?
That's nice.
It's nice,
Are you
isn't it?
staying at any of them?
Some of them, yeah. This has gone bad, hasn't it? This. It's
No,
died
yeah,
out.
well,
I mean,
that's
I
not
thought
right.
Do you like the biscuits in hotel rooms, Ramesh?
I like when they have the Lotus ones.
Don't answer me as if that was me that had asked the question.
Imagine if you went in your hotel and it was just a coiled tail.
You'll like
There's a little spiral next to the tea.
that is.
Thank you all for coming in. That has been XFM.